This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. I'm Sandeep Shrikant. This is the semi-finals where things will play out at the national level. 11 teams from India's top B schools as well as 3 wildcard teams will battle it out here. What's new this year is the international wildcard entry, a team from the London Business School that will give the Indian B schools a run for their money. The 14 teams will be vying for just 3 spots in the Lime Grand Finale.
Now when you move to the next level is that you're representing your college. So you have added responsibility and added pressure.
Competition levels are very high and we were definitely feeling the heat while we were preparing for this case.
Our institute is actually the defending champion currently, so that was a big pressure on us.
This being the semi-final round, we are competing not just within our B school but from the best B schools in India and abroad.
The scale of the challenge has become that much more higher because right now we are dealing with a core FMCG case right from HUL's portfolio.
The case was really challenging because it was about a new product category that HUL was entering into.
This is just what we wanted on Lime, a bigger, more inclusive and more competitive platform. The marketing challenge for the semi-final stage is from Hindustan Unilever for a new product it launched in May 2012. This product addresses a key concern of a large section of the Indian population. It's a laundry additive called Magic Water Saver. Take a look. Every day, over 100 million Indians grapple with the problems arising from the scarcity of water. The majority, that's 57% of them, belong to the lower income section of society. One of the biggest water consuming activities in a household is laundry, which accounts for over 20% of the daily usage. Almost 80% of the water used in this process is actually just to rinse soap off the clothes. Enter Magic Water Saver. This laundry additive was devised to help rinse washed clothes in just 1 bucket of water, thereby saving up to 3 buckets for every wash. It was test launched in Andhra Pradesh and has achieved 40% of its targeted volumes, with around 150,000 households trying it. The response has been slow but encouraging, and HUL now wants to increase the rate of trials, educate customers and grow this new category.
The case study is really about habit formation. So this is a new category where the challenge really is to get people to see value in buying something additional to what they're doing. So just to give you a perspective, an average Indian consumer in that socio-economic class would be spending about 3 to 4 rupees on her laundry daily. And we're asking her to almost move that by 50%. Can we deliver enough value through our proposition is really what the challenge is.
So the challenge for the semi-finalists is to help develop and grow Magic Water Saver within a limited marketing budget. Suggest ideas to make it part of the daily laundry regime of SEC D&E consumers, thereby driving penetration. And come up with a business plan to break even within 4 years. A very relevant challenge there from Hindustan Unilever. On the jury today are Mohit Anand from Hindustan Unilever, Anupam Bokhe also from HUL and Anuradha Sengupta from CNBC TV18. Before we get to the first presentation, let me quickly ask the judges what they're expecting from the teams. Mohit, would you like to start?
Yeah, and this is one of the most interesting challenges that we have on our business today, and what we're really looking for is some fresh perspective, some deep insights, and maybe a different way of looking at the business model on the Magic business case.
Anupam?
What I'll be expecting is, have they identified the key challenges really well, any amount of research that they would have done to support their hypothesis, and some really innovative solutions that they would have come up with.
Anuradha, we're moving to the semi-final stage. Things are moving up a level. What are you expecting from the teams?
Well, the competition is really hot now because at the end of this, only 3 teams will be left standing. And what is interesting for me with this case is the fact that I think all these teams will have been pushed out of their comfort zones. No internet research, no email questionnaires. I think they will have had to go out and speak to people to understand how to get them to change their behavior and to get them to change their behavior so that their life gets better. I can't have asked for a more challenging and a more taxing case for the semi-finals. So yeah, I have a lot of expectations.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll have the first presentation of the semi-finals from IIM Ahmedabad.
मेरा स्टेट बैंक डेबिट कार्ड कहाँ गया? यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो?
मुझे नहीं अंदर आना।
क्यों?
तुम्हें हर रोज सिर्फ कद्दू खिलाए जाए तो
बोर हो जाऊंगा।
तो मैं भी हर रोज सिर्फ एटीएम आके बोर हो गया हूँ।
अच्छा, तो और कहाँ ले जाऊँ तुम्हें?
जब तुम मुझे शॉपिंग, मूवीज, रेस्टोरेंट, ऑनलाइन ऐसी कई जगह यूज कर सकते हो, तो सिर्फ एटीएम ही क्यों?
स्टेट बैंक डेबिट कार्ड एक, खुशियाँ अनेक। अब स्टेट बैंक डेबिट कार्ड को SBI POS टर्मिनल पर स्वाइप करने पर कस्टमर और मर्चेंट दोनों पा सकते हैं कैशबैक। शर्तें लागू।
Proven on global test tracks, manufactured in 3 continents, available in 118 countries. Apollo Tires with U-First technology, crafted for the safety of your loved ones.
3 जोड़ी कपड़े और 36 किताबें, शेयर्ड वॉशरूम्स और अनशेयर्ड ड्रीम्स, सपने देखने की फुर्सत और उनके पीछे भागने का जुनून। ये है वो जिनकी रगें कल देश की रगें बनेंगी, जिनके पैरों में आज चप्पल है वो कल देश के पहिए बनेंगे। Because excellence drives the Skoda Rapid. Now own excellence at an EMI of ₹8999. Hurry, offer valid for a limited period only.
Skoda, simply clever.
मणि सर मेरा वो कंप्यूटर का कुछ कर
रीस्टार्ट करो यार।
मेरा कंप्यूटर प्रॉब्लम।
आपने रीस्टार्ट किया?
नहीं।
रीस्टार्ट करो।
रीस्टार्ट नहीं कर सकता।
क्यों?
क्योंकि वो स्टार्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है।
पूरी बात सुनी नहीं और सलाह देना शुरू। लेकिन हमारे इंश्योरेंस एडवाइजर्स सलाह देने से पहले आपकी पूरी बात सुनते हैं। एडलवाइज टोक्यो लाइफ, क्योंकि इंश्योरेंस से बढ़कर है आपकी जरूरत।
Welcome back. This is the semi-final of Lime Season 4. The first team to present their solutions to the case from Hindustan Unilever on its brand Magic Water Saver is IIM Ahmedabad. That's Abhishek Tapadia, Aniket Natwani and Sandeep Thakur. So this team comes in with a lot of expectations riding on it. IIM Ahmedabad has been the best performing institute on lessons in marketing excellence so far. They've always made it to the final stage. In 2011, the team from IIM Ahmedabad actually walked away with the grand prize as the winners of Lime Season 2. So the pressure on you guys must be really high. All set?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, make your 3 minutes count and your time starts now.
Radha, a resident of rural Gujarat, has to walk every day for around half a kilometer to reach her nearest tube well. After all, she needs to fetch water for doing her entire day's household activities.
Lakshmi, a resident of Mumbai slum, has to wake up every day at 4 a.m. in order to avoid the long queues which are there to procure water. She even has to pay for water sometimes.
Over the past 2 weeks, we have met many such Radhas and Lakshmis and come across their problems with water storage and also drudgery. Based on our findings of primary research, we have come up with a 2-pronged positioning strategy. The first one would be on water saving, that is meant for households with water supply but limited supply. The second would be on effort saving, which is meant for the woman who has to go out and travel long distances or stand in long queues to procure water for household use. So we are presenting our 3 big ticket ideas here. The first idea would be to partner with NGOs. Why NGOs? Because when we went on our visits, we noticed that NGOs are a very active players here, and they also have significant impact on the mindset of the consumer. What are the touch points that we can look at? So we first thought of partnering with NGOs who are already working on the cause of water conservation or social upliftment of women. One of the touch points would be schools, because we also noticed that knowledge in these areas goes bottom up. So we could sensitize children about the issue of water conservation and also about existence of products like Magic. The second touch point would be panchayats, where NGOs can themselves go and talk to panchayats, sensitize them, who in turn can sensitize the population about these growing issues. The second big idea would be of community washing. This is specifically meant for villages which do not have a nearby talab or a river as a water supply. So we want to bring the concept of Dhobi Ghat to these villages by building a concrete platform near the public tube well, where the women can actually wash their clothes instead of going back home. So there's significant effort reduction. We will be branding Magic through wall paintings in these structures, and also our Shakti entrepreneurs will be providing on-the-spot product demos. The other idea would be slum entrepreneurs. In this model, we want to scout for young and enterprising individuals from these areas who have significant influence in these localities and are also looking to start their own business. So what we will do is we'll provide them with initial financial support and technical know-how. The onus will be on them to go from door to door and provide free sampling or product demos, and After a point, we'll give them targets which will be directly linked to their incentive structure. So they will carry forward the business from there. Why we believe that this model will work is because it is low on cost compared to the traditional distribution model, and B, it is high on reach and awareness. We have also come up with a detailed staging plan for this, and we want to go from Rajasthan to Tamil Nadu, Orissa, Gujarat and Karnataka as target markets. We have also done a cost-benefit analysis and come up with a target penetration of 40% in 4 years and an IRR of 18% on our investments.
In your marketing plan, you chose to go to 5 states. What was the logic of deciding to go to these 5 states, or for that matter going to 5 states in one shot, rather than going to one state, proving the plan and the model before expanding to the other states?
So we are not going in all the 5 states at once. We would be sequencing it out. We would be phasing it out. So our target would be first Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Orissa, then Gujarat and Karnataka. So basically there was a report wherein they had classified which state percentage of units wherein groundwater is in critical condition. So based on that percentage, we have classified these 5 states and we have prepared so we would be sequencing it out.
So, in this case that you got from HUL, they've listed in great detail what they've done to launch Magic in the state of Andhra Pradesh, okay? I don't hear anything different from what these guys have already done. Identify one thing in your solutions that they haven't already thought about.
So one of the key big ticket ideas was that of tie-ups with NGOs. So when we made visits to slums as well as the rural areas, we saw that these NGOs, various kind of NGOs, are very active in these areas. And the people staying in these areas were actually listening to the people working in the NGOs. Hence, what we have recommended is that we make the NGO people understand the benefits of this product, who in turn can then create awareness among the masses.
Okay. The other thing is, you all have spoken, you all claim to have spoken to a lot of people in villages, in slums. What did you come across when you found out from them? What might make them receptive to paying for an extra product in their washing cycle, because the cost of their laundry bill will go up, right?
What we saw that in the slums of Mumbai especially, the slum dwellers were paying around 2 to 3 rupees for something called as a masak, which is a 20-liter leather sheet which holds water. So they generally buy 2 to 3 such masaks every day for washing their clothes. So that costs them around 6 to 9 rupees, while a sachet of Magic will cost them 2 rupees. So here is where we see the cost saving for them. And when we explain the products, when we met some of the slum dwellers and we explained them the product, what is the benefit of it, what they'll be saving, the instant reaction was that we would love to buy such a product.
Okay.
So are you suggesting that the concept today that is being executed in AP is not telling the consumers the fact that you save money and water?
The first idea that we mentioned about rural entrepreneurs. So again, this is something different in terms of they can run it as their own business. So the kind of inputs that we will receive will be of much higher intensity, we believe, than let's say an existing the Shakti network. And apart from that, we also talked of schools. So we felt that if we can actually target schools and sensitize them, which we did not read about earlier, I think that knowledge will go up and there will be a push from because they are anyways investing in their children's education as their primary interest. So we believe that can work up, that pull can work up from the children, and then they can actually buy this product.
Well done. I am Ahmedabad, and can I quickly get some feedback from the judges on what they thought of the team's performances? Mohit, would you like to start?
Yeah, it was very mind-opening in the way you approached what I said is how you go to market with a product like that. I think one of the areas of opportunity really was to ask yourself the question that along the whole gamut of what is called marketing, it starts from the need that you serve to the product, to the proposition, to the concept, to the communication, pricing, packaging, distribution, etc. Were there other gaps that have existed in AP that we could have fulfilled?
Anupam, a quick thought from you as well.
Yeah, I think some of the solutions are almost like channels that you identified, particularly the rural entrepreneur, and also use of NGOs. They do have a significant influence in rural areas. What I would have liked to hear is clear identification of barriers would actually has not really propelled them to really endorse and accept this product.
Anuradha, any thoughts?
Frankly, guys, I'm not very impressed. I just feel that you've gone around the same space that anybody who had to enter this space would look at. And given that you'll have had the benefit of 2 years of studying and thinking and being fresh, I thought you would come with fresh ideas to the table, and I don't see that.
Thank you, judges. IMA, well done. And we're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll have the presentation from our first wildcard team, MDI Gurgaon.
Bringing the world together, building the world together. Binani Cement for generations to come.
Donned by connoisseurs, craftsmen and collectors, the India Art Fair presented by Yes Bank this year was a spectacle of cultural heritage and contemporary art coming together.
Indian Art Fair is an exceptional platform for building bridges with the rest of the world to propagate the strength of Indian art.
Watch an exclusive review of this art extravaganza at these times only on CNBC TV 18.
Our partners.
There is a concern that some new taxes and duties may come in, but as you know that the auto industry is amongst the heaviest taxed industry in India, with the larger vehicles paying as much as 29% excise duty alone, and therefore if there is any further tax, it certainly is going to be a very big dampener for an industry that's already struggling.
Brought to you by XUV500. May your life be full of stories.
I will steal your sleep. I will make you weep. I will eat your time. I will make you mine. I will push your limits, never let you submit. I will make you charge on in the face of defeat. I am obsessive, compulsive, addictive, seductive. I will own you and tear you and squeeze you and wear you. I am your dream. I bring you joy and glory and I revolutionize. I am your dream and I ask you to rise. CNBC TV 18. Hello dreamers.
मणि सर मेरा वो कंप्यूटर का कुछ कर
रीस्टार्ट करो यार.
मेरा कंप्यूटर प्रॉब्लम.
आपने रीस्टार्ट किया?
नहीं.
रीस्टार्ट करो.
रीस्टार्ट नहीं कर सकता.
क्यों?
क्योंकि वो स्टार्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है.
पूरी बात सुनी नहीं और सलाह देना शुरू. लेकिन हमारे इंश्योरेंस एडवाइजर्स सलाह देने से पहले आपकी पूरी बात सुनते हैं. एडलवाइस टोक्यो लाइफ, क्योंकि इंश्योरेंस से बढ़कर है आपकी जरूरत.
New WagonR, loaded with new features for the smarter you.
Guys.
आपको लगता है रिटायर होने पे जिंदगी ऐसी ही होगी? पर ऐसा ना हुआ तो बिरला सन लाइफ इंश्योरेंस के रिटायरमेंट सॉल्यूशंस, ताकि महंगाई चाहे बढ़ती रहे, आप कल भी जिए आज की तरह.
Welcome back. This is the first semi-final round of Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. The teams are tackling a Hindustan Unilever case on its newly launched brand of laundry additive, Magic Water Saver. Up next is the first wildcard entry on Lime this year, the team from MDI Gurgaon. That's Ravi Singla, Praneeth Arora and Vipul Garg. Guys, if you're all set, you have 3 minutes and your time starts now.
For primary research, we conducted FGDs and in-depth interviews in Sukhrali, Ambaukoda, Farrukhabad and Bhatinda, specially targeted at 25 to 40-year women in SECD and SECI and local opinion leaders. And our main insights were: A. The major pain points included water scarcity, labor and time, which vary depending on locality, occupation and season. This makes the basis of our profiling. B. Our TG pays attention when their school-going children share learning, which forms the basis of our big idea, Project Jal Nayak. Consumer profiles on the basis of water sourcing and triggers are: No Water Geeta, manages with limited water she has from the city slum tap. Far Water Sita, travels to village wells when she runs out of water. Tired of rinsing Anita, the better off layer among TG finds rinsing laborious, especially with woolens. Time Crunch Sunita, the city maid or big family village housewife who has got no time for all the hassle. Also, all of them aspire to be modern. Thus, to cater them all in all seasons, we propose value proposition and product imagery as कम मेहनत, कम समय, कम पानी. अब 3 बाल्टी बचत वाला मैजिक, आधुनिक नारी की निशानी. Our 4-step marketing strategy includes pain revelation, solution demonstration, trial induction, and routine transformation. Stressing relevant pain points and triggers in identified localities in local languages is very important at each step.
As effective coverage of each step, we propose 4-step customer education system analogous to real education. Static visibility acts like flashcards. It includes awareness through local idols painted on walls near common water sources endorsing magic, BTL activities at point of sale, and TVCs. Activation buzz or crash courses includes activation through folk art at big fairs and weekly hearts, city mobile vans, door-to-door magic tricks, and established Shakti Amma network. Social advocacy does the revision through local opinion leaders and retailers. And measurement mechanism does evaluation in 21 days using Ek Aur Chhe campaign. Now, our big idea, Project Jal Nayak, not only generates the trials, but acts as cost-effective full-time program as social cause campaign. In this, we approach schools and choose 50 Jal Nayaks among students. Each Jal Nayak helps 3 people in saving 3 buckets for at least 7 washes in 21 days and collects empties for measurement. Also, one Jal Mahanayak, who is a school teacher, influences 21 people in 21 days and collects usage forms. After 21 days, HUL felicitates them. The execution is with the help of 80 teams covering 1 lakh schools at 2,000 per school in 1 year.
Activation campaigns include 1 lakh की पानी कम झा कदम चुनौती at center of village, जादुई कारवा in form of city mobile vans, and popular folk art forms like puppet show and jatra in respective states. Implementation plan is in 4-quarter long phase across India. Our financial analysis indicates rupees 200 crore investment in category creation, break even in quarter 1 of 4th year with cumulative sales of rupees 1,000 crores. We reach 2.5 crores households and sell 2.5 crore liter magic in the process. Thank you.
You identified kids and school-going kids to actually influence the moms to be or the housewives to actually use this product. Why do you think the kids will find the water scarcity or the water used in rinsing, etc., more relevant and be in a good position to influence?
We went to the schools and asked our students and explained the whole project to them, that do you want to be a water hero or Jal Nayak? The social angle is associated with that. The kid is demonstrating the product and it is explaining the everything. And parents, I mean, they take their kids more seriously than the salesman. Secondly, the kid has incentive that he'll earn a medal in the end. That will say that he is a Jal Nayak or a water hero. So that is the biggest incentive for the kid. And after all, I mean, the kid is doing a great job for the society. So, also making his or her mother modern.
I'm not sure if you're contradicting yourself. You're saying that speaking to the women made you feel that it's not just saving water that is so critical, it's also how much it helps her and her, opinion of herself and her quality of life, okay?
Yes.
But nothing that you've suggested here in your solutions is talking to the woman directly. And then you're saying that the woman is going to be influenced by the children, but the children will come to it from water saving. You see, shouldn't then the children be trying to say, Mom, you can have a better life because I want you to have a better life? I don't know, I'm just confused.
Yeah, so that is the reason why child is doing it, because he wants to be a water hero. But at the same time, when he is explaining the benefits, he is saying that, Mom, this does this, and this will save also. I mean, obviously, he has to convince his mother because he wants to be a Jal Nayak, and for that he has to collect 7 empties. And regarding talking to the women directly, where we say that local idols are painted on the walls endorsing magic near common water sources, there the local idols are no one but their own female friends who they look up to.
So you're saying this is a 1,000 crore business spending 200 crores behind it, right? Realistic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and why?
So what we have done is we have tried to implement the plan in first year. In 4-quarter phases, and then we are implementing that plan in the next 3 years also. So what we are doing is we are trying to project the costing in first 4 years as 200 crores, and then we are generating 1,000 crore as the cumulative sales in these 4 years. And if we say the sales in the present value terms, then it is coming to around 875 crores. So I think that's a realistic target which we are taking here.
Have you done any benchmarking to know whether 1,000 crores is realistic to establish a new category in India?
See, we have around 16 crore households in SecD and SecE category in India. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to cater to around 15% of the market in 4 years. And I think that's an achievable target.
We have taken 40% trail, and that is the street activations trail. The trail is, I mean, the habitual user converts out of those. So if we are saying that Project Jal Nayak, I mean, it will be at least effective as much as the street activation thing. So we get the 40% trail, and that gives us the habitual users, and we are not even considering that the people who are going, I mean, the neighbor multiplier effect, the people who are going to see the neighbor using and start using.
Anupam, you had the second question.
Yeah, you are saying that just banking your entire initiative on the premise of saving water isn't enough. Having said that, the two other secondary benefits that you added on, which is less labor and less time,
right,
you think will bring in the magic, which suddenly you expect a 40% trial and a big repeat to continue, whereby you are able to create a business as large. So I'm a little perplexed, because if the primary premise that there is water scarcity, and that's the reason why people would start using this, is not true, then I think the two other secondary benefits is not going to cut it.
So that is the thing, that aspiration, I mean, the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid, they have one thing in common, that they have aspirations and they want the slice of modernism. And that is why the whole imagery of the product is proposed as the modern thing. Even if you HUL spends a lot of money on trials, and you convert a user, that person starts using in the summers. Coming monsoon, he has all the water she needs. So the routine breaks, and the whole investment goes for a toss. So that is why this step is important according to us.
All right, thank you, MDI Gurgaon. Mohit, would you like to give us, the team, a little bit of feedback on their presentation?
So guys, overall a good effort, but the one thing that I found missing was sort of the preciseness of the recommendation and preciseness of what you want to do.
Anupam? Thank you.
I think one big insight which I really liked was the school kids actually seeking recognition, because they are coming from a family background which possibly is not as great as some other urban kids would experience, and hence I think that possibly I thought was a very good insight and a trigger to actually motivate them to do this job.
Thank you, sir. Anuradha, quick thought from you.
I must say that you all just stuck to your guns. You all are very convinced that you all have a great idea, and for that I must give you a lot of credit. I like the fact that you believe this is sound and you've gone after it. It may make not too much sense, it may be challenging all accepted norms, and you may take us down completely the wrong path for magic, but you know what, at least you're thinking differently.
Okay, so thank you, MDI Gurgaon. Can we have you step off stage, please? And we're going to give the jury a couple of minutes to evaluate both these teams. Can we have both teams back on stage for today's scores? We're at the end of the first semi-final round, so I'll start with the team that made the first presentation today. I am Ahmedabad. You have a score of 12.4 points. MDI Gurgaon, you guys presented second. You have a score of 17.1 points, so you're our leaders after this first round of the semi-finals. So well done to our wildcard entries from MDI Gurgaon. But all of this, of course, could change next week when 3 more teams take on the same challenge. So tune in, same time next week. It's just about to get more exciting here on Lime Season 4.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.